They called it the most chaotic country on earth. Dirty, overwhelming, impossible to visit. The kind of place that divides travelers. Some are drawn to its madness, others run from it. Stories swirled online about the relentless crowds, the noise, the sheer unpredictability of every moment. That was all the invitation I needed. The warnings only fueled my curiosity, making me wonder what it would feel like to step into the heart of such legendary chaos. I booked a flight, packed my bag, and landed in the heart of the unknown. The anticipation built with every mile, every hour in the air, until finally, the plane touched down and the doors opened to a world I'd only imagined. Stepping out of the airport, I was hit by a wall of sound, smell, and heat, a sensory explosion that made my heart race. It was as if the city itself was alive, reaching out to greet me with open arms and 1,000 voices. The air was thick with exhaust, spices, and the raw scent of life. Every breath was a cocktail of diesel, chili, and something indefinably human. Chaos wasn't just a rumor, it was alive, swirling around me. The city pulsed with energy, every corner bursting with movement and noise. Cars, rickshaws, and motorcycles surged in every direction, honking in a wild, unchoreographed dance. The traffic moved like a living organism, unpredictable but somehow functional. There were no lanes, no rules, just a shared understanding of madness. Drivers navigated by instinct, weaving through gaps that barely existed. People spilled into the streets, shouting, carrying bundles, pushing carts. Vendors called out their wares, children darted between legs, and the sidewalks overflowed with life. I felt like a tiny boat in a raging human river, swept along by the current of bodies and noise, barely able to steer. My first mission, reach my guest house. But here, nothing is simple. Even the most basic task felt like an epic quest. My phone's map was useless. The blue dots spun in circles, lost in the maze just like me. Every street looked the same, a maze of crumbling buildings and tangled wires. The city seemed to fold in on itself, hiding its secrets behind every turn. Asking for directions was futile, my words vanished in the noise. The locals smiled, gestured, but the language of chaos drowned out everything else. This was a different kind of wild, a true urban jungle. Concrete and humanity tangled together, growing in every direction. I stood still, letting the chaos wash over me. For a moment, I became part of the city's pulse, just another beat in its wild rhythm. It would have been easy to turn back, but adventure is about pushing through discomfort. Growth happens at the edge of comfort, and I was standing right on that edge. This wasn't just a country, it was a challenge. Every step forward was a small victory, a declaration that I was ready for whatever came next. Sweat dripped down my brow, the noise pounded in my ears, and a smile crept onto my face. I realized I was exactly where I wanted to be, lost, overwhelmed, and alive. The real journey had just begun. With every step, I was writing my own story in the heart of chaos. I was exactly where I needed to be. Welcome to chaos. This was the adventure I'd been searching for. To understand this place, you have to dive into its streets. Walk, breathe, and let them become part of you. Mornings erupt with the call to prayer, metal shutters clattering, oil sizzling, and horns blaring. The smells are relentless: sweet bread, pungent spices, welding metal, and the stench of rubbish. You learn to navigate by scent, anticipating what's around each corner. Visually, it's a riot. Rainbow fabrics, art-covered rickshaws, and vibrant produce against dusty buildings. Grime and beauty collide. Stray dogs, crumbling facades, and mountains of fruit. The overload is constant. There's no escape. Even with your eyes closed, you feel the city's pulse. Here you can't just observe, you have to participate, dodging bikes, haggling for tea. It's exhausting, but it makes you feel alive. This is humanity, raw and unfiltered, and you're part of it now. Getting around here is a daily adventure, a test of nerve, adaptability, and sometimes sheer luck. Every step outside your door feels like entering an unpredictable obstacle course, where the rules change by the minute. Forget schedules or stops. You chase down buses and leap aboard as they roll by, sometimes with only seconds to spare. Missing one means waiting in the heat, surrounded by a sea of hopeful faces, all vying for the same ride. Trains are packed to bursting, people on roofs clinging to sides, squeezed inside. The air is thick with anticipation and the sound of voices, as everyone tries to claim a precious spot. I found myself wedged between a family with chickens and a man with a sack of onions, the scent of produce and livestock mixing in the humid air. Personal space is a luxury you quickly learn to live without. Even walking is a challenge. Sidewalks are for vendors, so you share the road with cars, cows, and goats. Every journey on foot is a negotiation, weaving between honking vehicles and wandering animals. You develop a sixth sense, dodging rickshaws and sidestepping rubble, always alert for sudden surprises, a pothole, a speeding scooter, or a street vendor's cart blocking your path. Offers of help, rides, or goods come at you every minute. The city is alive with voices, each one trying to catch your attention, sell you something, or point you in a new direction. You learn to let go of control and trust the flow, moving with the current of the crowd rather than against it. It's a lesson in surrender and adaptation. Patience, flexibility, and humor become survival skills. You laugh at the absurdity, share a smile with a stranger, and realize everyone is in this together. Arriving at your destination, sweaty and exhausted, feels like a victory. Each journey, no matter how short, is an accomplishment to be proud of. You didn't just travel a few miles, you conquered a piece of the impossible. The city tests you, but it also rewards you with a sense of achievement. Every day survived is a small triumph. These moments of relief and camaraderie become the highlights of your routine. The chaos becomes your teacher, showing you patience, resilience, and the art of improvisation. You adapt, or you get left behind. The city moves fast, and you learn to move with it, picking up new skills every day. And that's the real adventure, finding your rhythm in the madness and discovering just how much you're capable of. Cleanliness here is a daily battle. Piles of rubbish, open drains, and pungent aromas are everywhere. You watch every step, dodging puddles and trash. Clean water is precious, bottled only, always check the seal. Street food is tempting, but you follow the locals to the busiest, freshest stalls. Your stomach is your engine. You can't afford for it to break down. Personal hygiene becomes tactical. Hand sanitizer, wet wipes, and your own toilet paper are essentials. A clean toilet is a rare treasure. Guest houses are basic. Sometimes water is brown, sometimes it doesn't run. Quick showers, lowered standards, and a bit of dirt become normal. The grime wears you down, but it also toughens you up. You learn to appreciate the simple things: a clean bed, a hot meal, a quiet moment. Comfort is redefined. Every small victory feels huge. Resilience is built, one gritty day at a time, and you realize you're stronger than you thought. Amid the chaos, peace hides in unexpected places. Overwhelmed by the market, I ducked into a silent courtyard. Cool air, cooing pigeons, a banyan tree. Ancient temples tucked down alleys offer incense, history, and calm. Spiritual life thrives here, anchoring people in the storm. I found peace in daily rituals, waking before dawn, sipping tea on a rooftop, watching the city wake. Sometimes peace is just a shared smile, children's laughter, or an old man tending a plant. These moments cut through the noise. They're glimmers of light in the sensory storm. Even in pandemonium, life creates pockets of beauty and stillness. You just have to look for them, and when you find them, you hold on tight. That's where the magic is. In a place so tough, the people are surprisingly warm. Lost in a maze of alleys, an old woman took my hand and led me to my guest house. No words, just kindness. A shopkeeper shared his lunch. A family on a train gave me their seat. Strangers helped push my broken rickshaw. Here, compassion isn't rare, it's amplified by hardship. Everyone's in it together, and helping a stranger is just what you do. The real treasure isn't in monuments or landscapes, it's in the people. Their resilience is matched by their generosity. They have little, but share what they have freely. It's a powerful lesson. The toughest places often have the kindest hearts. This paradox is unforgettable. It's why I'll always remember this place with respect. The people are the soul of the chaos. Their spirit is what stays with you. Kindness is everywhere if you're open to it, and it changes you. At first you see only dirt and decay, but look closer. There's beauty and resilience, a pink flower blooming from rubble, intricate art on trucks, hand-woven fabrics, temple carvings. This is living art, woven into daily life, not for fame but for joy. Even the chaos has its own artistry. Tangled wires become accidental sculptures. Traffic flows in a wild, mesmerizing ballet. There's a raw, industrial beauty to the madness. Beyond the city, nature stuns. Lush landscapes, serene rivers, mountains touching the clouds. The contrast makes you appreciate both worlds. This country is diversity itself. Chaos and tranquility, grime and wonder. Beauty is everywhere, if you're willing to look beyond first impressions. It's not perfect, but it's powerful. You just have to adjust your focus. The unexpected is what makes it unforgettable. Here, beauty survives against all odds. And that's the real story. If one word defines this country, it's resilience. Here, survival is an art. Nothing is wasted, everything is reused. A broken chair becomes a new tool, an old tire, a pair of sandals. Resourcefulness is a way of life. When a monsoon floods the streets, life adapts, children play, shopkeepers bail water, and the city keeps moving. Adversity is met with practicality and even joy. Strength here isn't just physical, it's mental fortitude, hope, and the ability to smile through hardship. The people are survivors, inspiring in their determination. They teach you that true strength is about adapting, not just enduring. Every challenge is met head-on. The spirit here is unbreakable. It's a lesson the world could learn from. I leave with deep respect and admiration. Their resilience is contagious, and it changes how you see your own limits. Is this the most chaotic, dirty country on earth? Maybe. But sometimes, the places that seem the most overwhelming at first glance are the ones that have the most to teach us. The noise, the crowds, the unfamiliar smells, they all become part of the story you'll never forget. Is it impossible to visit? Absolutely not. In fact, it's more accessible than you think, and every step you take here is a step outside your comfort zone. It will test you, push you, and break you down, but it will also build you up. You'll find strength you didn't know you had, and resilience you never thought possible. This isn't a vacation, it's an expedition into the heart of humanity. Here, you'll witness life in its rawest form, and you'll be changed by it. Go to the places that scare you, that challenge you. Growth happens when you step into the unknown, when you face your fears head-on. That's where the real stories are. The most memorable moments come from unexpected encounters and genuine connections. First impressions are just a single frame. Stay for the whole movie. Let the city reveal its layers, its secrets, and its beauty over time. Look beyond the surface to find kindness, beauty, and resilience. The people you meet will surprise you with their generosity and warmth. The world is a vast book, don't read just one page. Every destination adds a new chapter to your story, and every experience shapes who you become. Yes, it's uncomfortable and difficult, but the rewards are immeasurable. The challenges you face will become your proudest memories. You'll collect stories, not just souvenirs. The tales you bring home will inspire others to seek their own adventures. You'll gain perspective, not just photos. You'll see the world and yourself in a whole new light. You'll discover your own strength and sense of adventure. Every obstacle you overcome will remind you of what you're capable of. My mission is to keep exploring and sharing these raw, unfiltered stories. I want to show you the world as it truly is, not just the highlights, but I need you. Join this community, support the journey. Together we can inspire more people to step out and see the world for themselves. Let's explore together, face the challenges, and prove no place is impossible. The world is waiting for us, and every adventure is better when shared. The next adventure is just around the corner. Are you ready? Because the journey of a lifetime starts with a single step. Let's take it together.